Hey guys, it's Andrew and I'm here with
Timothy.
and today we're going to make peanut butter cookies for you all. Now we set everything out so you can see it, and I encourage you to make this at home because it's very simple and very fun to make. Now today we're going to show you exactly how we make the peanut butter cookies, but if you're allergic to peanut butter or something, don't try this at home because you might hurt yourself. We are not liable for anything you do that is stupid or irresponsible, so just kind of keep to doing what is best. Now first off, what we're going to do is we're going to get our butter. Now this butter we have already kind of softened up because hard butter would be really hard to whip. So we're going to take our cup of butter that's already softened and bring it with our peanut butter. Make sure you get all the peanut butter into it. Oh, thank you. Now, once you have your peanut butter in here, we're going to stir this up, kind of mix it together, and make a paste of peanut butter and butter. Once it's sort of mixed up, then we're going to add our sugar. So then, this is regular sugar right here. We're going to pour this in. And then after that, we're going to add our brown sugar. We're going to mix this up slightly, but not too much because we want to make room for everything else with our mixing. We don't want it to all mix together and then the other stuff don't mix in with it. Now that we've got it mostly mixed up, our next thing to do is add our eggs. Make sure you mix the eggs up good, and make sure that when you put your eggs in, they aren't bad. Now guys, when you put your eggs in, make sure you don't put your eggshells back in the original carton and put it back in the refrigerator, because that is irresponsible and stupid of you. That could make bacteria form, which could then harm you. Now that we're done mixing our eggs in and it looks pretty good, it's very evenly mixed right now, we're next going to add our baking powder, our baking soda, and our vanilla extract. Now, this is organic vanilla extract. I would recommend using organics as much as you can because it is good for you and it's good for your body. Now you're going to stir this in evenly. Make sure the vanilla extract is evenly distributed. Also, the baking powder and the baking soda are going to help your cookies rise. So you want to make sure they're also evenly distributed. You don't want a skyscraper in a mobile home. You want them all to be balanced two-story houses. Now, once your vanilla extract and your baking soda and baking powder are evenly distributed, you're going to add your all-purpose flour. Now, just because it's all-purpose does not mean you can use it for everything. There's other powders that you use for other things, ladies. Now, this is the hardest step because you have to make sure that all of your powder is evenly distributed. Because if this flour is not evenly distributed, then your cookie's going to taste pretty bad. Some people like to do this step with a mixing bowl, but me, I really prefer getting my hands into it. Now, once you have all of it mixed, you're next going to go and try and get as much off as you can, and then you're going to go wash your hands. It's best not to perform the next steps with dirty hands. Now, while washing your hands, but right before, is a great time for you to test out your masterpiece. Give it a little lick. Make sure it tastes delicious. Now, after you have it all mixed up and it looks satisfactory to your liking, you're going to go preheat your oven. Now, my boy here, he's going to preheat the oven for us to the exact degree it's supposed to be preheated to. Now, as you see, we just connected over preheating the oven. This is an important part when baking with a partner. You want to connect. If you both are one with the food will be one with you after you get done cooking it. Now, we are going to go take our baking sheets right here, and we are going to spray them with extra virgin olive oil. This is Pam Organic because, like I said before, organics are better for you. Very good. Now, next, we are going to take our spoon and we are going to get about 2 tablespoons worth of peanut butter cookie mix. And we're going to put it down in our pan and take our fork and slide it on. We are going to repeat this process for a total of 8 cookies per pan. Now, next what we're going to do is spray our fork that we got out. This is a big fork. We're going to put crosses on our cookies with a big fork. We're going to spray it with Pam. Look at that. We're going to push down, come up, down, and come up, down, and come up, down, and come up. And in doubt, Pam will never steal your girl. If you're having problems with it, your assistant probably did something wrong. Never blame it on yourself. Always the assistant. Now, what's left in your fork is yours for the taking. Now, while we wait for this preheating, I'd like to tell you that you should like and subscribe because this here is the best. We live in America, which is the best country, and we are making the best peanut butter cookies. So join us in making the best because it's good. We are going to open our oven. Just let the heat rush out and absorb your body. Next, we are going to put our peanut butter cookies into the oven. Make sure not to burn yourself because this is hot. After you have placed your peanut butter cookies into the oven, you're going to have your assistant set the timer. If your assistant is incompetent because you are the best, that is okay. How much time?
8 minutes.
What?
8 minutes.
You're gonna set this for 8 minutes because that is how long it takes for the cookies to cook. Okay, now you're gonna get your cookies out. As you see, it's red and hot. Very hot. Now, we're gonna put our cookies down. We're gonna pull the cookies off of the bottom rack. Now, make sure to move your battery out of the stove before you place your battery to the side in a safe location. Next, what you're going to do, grab a spatula. Very nice spatula. Very good. The best. You're gonna look at your cookies. If your bottoms seem a little bit burnt, don't fret. It happens to the best of people. You're gonna check your other cookies, and if they look a little bit watery, or like not really watery, but gooey, a little bit undercooked, you're gonna put them back in for 45 seconds. Now, you don't have to set a timer for this, you just guesstimate, because guesstimating is part of cooking. Now, you're gonna bring your rack, you're gonna put it down right here, then you're gonna put your cookie rack on top of it. Now that you made a safe place for your cookies, unlike schools and colleges, you're gonna go and your cookies that you put inside here for roughly 45 seconds to 2 minutes are going to be done. You're gonna take them out, you're gonna place them down, and then these cookies are gonna be cool by now. Get it off, place it on the cooling rack. Get it off, place it on the cooling rack. Take it off, place it on the cooling rack. Now that you're done with that, you're gonna take your other cooling rack and you're gonna place this one on top of the original cooling rack, making sure your cookies still have their safe space. Next, you're gonna take your spatula and you're gonna scoop up the other cookies and place them on the cooling rack. If If you have a split cookie, don't worry. You can always throw it away because it's not worth your time.
I like a cookie.
As you see that you still have batter, you can repeat the same processes over again and make more cookies for your grandpa. Now, while we wait for these cookies to cool, I would encourage you to go and subscribe to our YouTube channel. It is the best, and you want the best cooking experience. So go subscribe to the best. Oh, so now that we're back and just dogs, you might have noticed these were on the top of the rack. These over here were on the bottom, which means that you might have a little bit of burn marks on the cookies. Don't worry about it. There's a very simple fix. You're gonna take a cheese grater and you're gonna grate the bottom of the cookies very lightly. And as you see, it's starting to come off. Like so. Normal cookie. And now you have perfectly good peanut butter cookies. Now I encourage you to try this at home. And as you see, my assistant Timothy is going to tell you how they taste. Now obviously when you eat your cookie, you're not going to put your cookie that you just bit on top of someone else's cookie. Because that is rude and disrespectful. Timothy, he was born in the hood. He doesn't know what's right and what's wrong. It's okay. Because I would like to just give him a hand real quick. He learned his ABCs last week. Just give him a clap, everyone. And this is how you make peanut butter cookies. Stay straight.